In this question, we're given 4 different representations of linear relationships and asked to determine which of them have a rate of change of 7. Well, let's start with the equation first. Here we have a relationship between the variables k and n, and when it's written in this form, the 7 represents the initial value, and the 2 represents the rate of change. The rate of change is always attached to one of the variables. Now we're looking for a rate of change of 7, and the rate of change of the equation is 2. Therefore, the equation is not one of our options. Now let's look at the description. And it says that the total cost to print t-shirts is made up of a setup fee of $65 and a cost of $7 per t-shirt. So if we were to write the equation, the total cost would equal the $65 setup fee plus the $7 per t-shirt, and let's let n be the number of t-shirts. Well, just like the equation above, the part of the equation that's attached to the variable represents the rate of change. So in this case, our rate of change is 7, and the initial value is 65. The giveaway here is whenever you see the word per, that represents a rate of change. So for the description, the rate of change is 7. That's what we're looking for. Therefore, we can say this is one of our options. Now let's look at the table. In this case, the rate of change would be given by the change in t divided by the change in h. And you can pick any 2 points, these 2 here or these 2 here, and it should be a constant. So why don't we pick the first 2 points and see what we get. So the change in t would be 17 minus 10, or 7, and the change in h would be 1 minus 0, or 1, which gives us a rate of change of 7. We can double check. For example, we could take the first and the last point, and we could see that the change in t here would be 24 minus 10, or 14, divided by 2 minus 0, which is 2, which also gives us 7. The rate of change is constant. Well, that's what we're looking for, a rate of change of 7. Therefore, the table is also one of our options. Now, what about the graph? Well, what you notice is that the line is going down to the right. And the rate of change is represented by the slope of this line. Now, any line that goes down to the right has a negative slope, so the rate of change here is a negative. But we're looking for a positive rate of change of positive 7. So right away we know that the graph is not a viable option. So, which of these linear relationships has a rate of change of 7? The description and the table. Therefore, B is the right answer.